All right, this is Nostrovini. It's about 1:17 at night. This is a report on the world through the eyes of the New York Post, the Bible of papers. Not the New York Times, which is owned by a Mexican communist and a cartel owner mixed in with the worst of the worst, controlling the failed state of Mexico. Now, let me tell you something. We're at war. World War III has begun already. Like World War II, it didn't begin all at once. It didn't begin in 39. It began with the Japanese invasion of Japan, China, and the Italian invasion of Ethiopia, and the oppression of all the people in Eastern Europe by the commies, and the Finland being invaded, all that kind of stuff. They got a big mix. Now we're in World War III. China, Venezuela, the gangster state of the Soviet, all at war with us. And of course, our old enemies, Iran, and the miscellaneous, toxic extremist of the Islam, which is really not Islam, it's a perversion of the Islam, because we all know that Islam is the religion of peace. At least it should be. They know. But right now, it's been hijacked by a certain amount of countries who want to inform and oppress everybody else. Oppress each other. They blow up each other's mosques. It's a terrible thing. Beautiful mosques, all the beautiful places. I wish I could go in the mosque. I wish I could go to Mecca, but they won't let me in the Mecca because I'm a Christian. You're not allowed. It's a beautiful place. I've seen the videos. Anyway, lost in their own closet. It just has to do with the homosexual agenda, which is to take over the world. I'm telling you, this transgender movement is the craziest crap I ever heard in my life. They celebrate trying to castrate children and impose the ambiguity of sexuality among the children. Because a child doesn't know what sex it is yet. Often they're confused because their puberty hasn't hit yet. Well, before puberty hits, they're gonna nail these kids, take them away from their parents. Well, this is not gonna work. Now, I don't think this is a good idea. You don't go. I actually saw them. They had this group of parents. There were Jews, Muslims, Christians, and Hindus, and they're all protesting that they were secretly taking their children away and giving sex change operations. And then the transgenders came in and they said, "We're coming to get your children. Coming to get your children." Now, this may, in a certain sense, be a good thing because for 10,000 years or so, these other religions have been at each other's throats. Now they're going to have a common foe to unite against. But I think of the innocent gay people who are going to be caught up in this, who don't want to castrate their children. And maybe they want to dress as a girl. But just because you dress as a girl don't make you a girl. It makes you a guy just as a girl. No, so no, elitists are august, and the elitists are august because they're not leading everything. They're not defining things with their bold cup. Elitists are bold repping. There's only one God. That God is the God of reality and the truth. That God's very pissed off. We tell people that there are multiple genders. No, they're not. There's two, male and female. The whole universe is based on this. You tell them that there's nothing that can do that. You can't do that. You get the God of wrath going on here. And you don't want the God of wrath going on. Oh, no, 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 you want to avoid the God of wrath because the God of wrath comes in and gets wrathful. So, well, what about Jesus? Well, Jesus is a lawyer up there. He's trying to get people off constantly. The other gods and the angels saying, Jesus, behave yourself. Your God's in a good mood. But you got your other half there who's in the bad mood, and then you got your child of God, your Holy Spirit. Little boy. You got a crazy situation up there. You got a split personality. What you got? Not even split. It's three sections there. Look at Trump. He's defending women's rights. He's a feminist in his own way, but a good feminist as opposed to the evil feminists. He wants women to have sports. Now it's okay for co-ed, but you have to acknowledge you can't have a guy dressed up in drag competing at 6'3" with women. Yeah, I never knew there were so many athletic trainings out there who wanted to go track and field. I had no idea. I was bamboozled about this. Anyway, a lot of guys are willing to wear a dress, put a little makeup on, and run the marathon. You know what I'm saying? They win. Lift weights. 87 years old. He's lifting weights better than the women. This is no good. Women should have their own little space. Or maybe a big space. They're cute when they get their own space. Yeah, I like the women. And I've competed against women, but I'm not the greatest athlete in the world. I'm okay in my prime. I'm in my prime now. Most mammals can defeat me in the hand to hand. I've deteriorated. I've had injuries. Man, enough about me. Mandarin's hateful lies. Well, the hell ain't about us, man. Well, it's for big guys. Good guys. Mandarin, what is this? Hateful lies. I don't even know what this is about. That we're all what you call your toxic masculine. Why? Because when we go on the subway, we like to spread our legs and get a little room. Why not? We got things done there. They're getting away. I'm not like you women. You don't have nothing down there. You can squeeze your legs really tight. You don't put you down because you have this obsession with shoelaces or shoe wear. Where are you down you go? Always making us late because you want to be all gussied up. Press e-bike sanity. You know what they're doing? Let e-bikes explode and go on fire. But yet, they're, uh, they're letting people run around on them. It used to be when things exploded and got on fire and let you on fire, they wouldn't let you wear them. They would regulate. They regulate everything else except the e-bikes. What does big e-bike have to do? Huh? I don't know what's going on with the e-bikes. The world has gotten to be very confused. VIP, beef is no help. The Vatican and VIP are having a conflict. Conflict is based on the VIP. The vice president wants America to maintain its cohesion, its sovereignty. The Vatican wants us to let every hillbilly in the world into a country. I wouldn't mind if they would let any Christians primarily, but they're letting anybody. And these people, I don't know what the Vatican's doing. Now I know you're supposed to let your people in and immigrate anywhere. But the Vatican's been around a long time. The Christian religion, this church, and they may think it's a long. Eventually they'll win. Everybody be happy when one come. I don't believe in one coming. One world government is no good. Belgian bastards. This is what they want. One world government. Who's, going to benefit from that? The Belgians. I don't trust the Belgians. They got a little history going for them, and they weren't the nicest people in the world. They got a reputation, but no. And they want to impose their Belgian ways on us, their political ways. I put those people to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would. I wish the Russians could skip over Ukraine and go into Belgium. Put those guys out of operation. Let them know what it is, because they don't like the religion. They don't like the God. They don't like, well, they must have sold to get abortions. Abortions on demand. They're demand. They're going to support, they have this whole myth of the climate hysteria. That's their excuse to take over the world. Because the climate's going to go. It's going to get too hot. It's going to get too cold. It's going to get the dinosaurs are going to come back. The dinosaurs are not going to come back. You get a little warm, you get cold, you get away. Well, the human race will survive. Yeah, in the coast, yeah, it might get a little rainy, a little rise of the sea. But then you have a new farmland, the beach fronting in Cleveland, in Nevada. We need that. Beach company, take a swim. There you go. AOL's AOL, and she's a media star. She got a little Irish boyfriend. She looked good. She dances the thing. She looks good. She looks good. She's a cute girl. But yeah, I don't know if she's gonna age too. She's getting a little hefty. I noticed that. Well, she's lifting the wheels. I don't know which one. But she looks a little hefty in her new outfits. A little wider shoulders, a little tighter, wider butt. Oh, she's at that age. Woman, her Latin persuasion, they start putting a little pounds on. And maybe she wants to wrestle sumo with her Irish boyfriend. I don't know. Uh, Strange one. Communist, yet she likes the fancy clothes. She likes the don't cry for me, Argentina. I think she thinks she's European. That's what I think. Hamas's campus up. I don't understand. Don't they know? They have gay people who are all pro Hamas. Don't they know those gay people will be killed automatically? It's not like Hamas is going to stay on their own country and go, on their own lay of the land. They're going to get on Palestine. They're going to go everywhere, and they're going to try to impose their extreme, toxic, distorted version of Islam, in which they kill people. We disagree with them, and certainly killed the gays. The gays are in alliance with them. How could this be? I don't know. These are highly educated people. These are not. They've been brainwashed for forever. They're what you call toxic. Toxic train Team Joe Line. And toxic. They were saying that Joe Biden, Joseph Biden, had all his marbles. And the media, which is controlled by Soros and among other left wingers, went along with it. They said it's true. Well, we all know it was not true. This man was brain dead. And they tried to hide it. They tried to say he had a stutter. No, she didn't have a stutter. His brain was vegetable. I could tell before when he had to come lead among the Democrats. They were mocking him. And they make him president. And then they flip-flop and say he's fine. Say anything about us all. Say Jesus. Listen, ages. Who's having eyes to see and ears to hear? Yeah, but they threw him out. Joe's a little, he's not going to get into the library. He's not going to get. He's going to be known as the guy who beat the greatest president ever lived, uh, Trumpy. Trumpy is with God. God is with Trumpy. God's on the side of Trumpy. It's a known fact. Who's talking a lot of crap about Trumpy? Watts, the vice president candidate, and that loser Harris. This man don't understand basics. He tried to force come, the boys to be girls and girls to be boys. Putting whatchamacallit, something, with the women's stuff in the men's bathroom, so the boys' bathrooms. This is wrong. There's no reason to have that in their voice barefoot because they don't got the doodle. Disgrace. Nutsy, nutsy, nuts. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. They're gonna not go. Last Watts, he's saying he's more of a man than Don. He have been shot. Donnie was shot. Mr. Watts couldn't get shot because he was never in a combat area. And then he claims he was. Not in a combat area. That man deserted his unit. So he would avoid the combat. Trapper. Yeah, this guy's selling books. Oh, he didn't suspect a thing. Not only did he suspect a thing, he covered up. He was part of the cover up. Now he's part of the big expose. They're trying to make believe that nobody knew. There's a big expose. It's a big baloney. Even Mr. Mao knows this. This is the big lie. Hitler said if you said a big lie long enough, people will believe it. If you have control of the media, you might get it off of it. But not this time. That was Mr. Trump in the battle. The battle. No, yeah, it's true. It's true. There we go. Please release me. Let me go. For I don't love you anymore.